Okay, you guys know Filipinos. There's not many Filipinos in these parts, but in Houston, like, we're overrun with Filipinos. So the Filipinos have a really cute accent, and my mom has that accent. And this poem is about me. Hey, teenagers or young people in the room, do you guys call your mom back when she calls you? Like, does your mom leave messages on your phone like, why don't you call me back? Doesn't it? Can anyone relate to that?
Yeah.
This poem is about that. Moms calling. This is called Saving My Mother's Voice. I wrote this today. I can't bring myself to delete my mom's voicemail messages. This has been going on for about a year now. When she calls me, and I miss it, there's always that little knowing that I will still hear her voice. She still shoots her love like a glittering star, like a wild heart comet that narrowly misses my ear until I see it later. One voicemail and one missed call from Mom Coggin. I can't bring myself to delete my mom's voicemail messages, the ones that almost always sound like, in this Filipino accent, "Hi Kimberly, where are you? Can you call mommy back please? Okay, I love you." Or, "Hi Kai, what are you doing? Okay, this is mommy. I love you." Or, "Boy, what are you doing? Okay, love you. This is mommy. Hope you're okay." She always makes sure to tell me that it's mommy, like I don't know that her voice shaped me from the hemline of angels. This growing collection of 11 to 15-second sound bites of love, this compilation of a mother's worry, a mother's missing, a mother's reaching. They stack up on my phone like a house of cards reaching the sky, and I can't ever bring myself to push it over with the delete button, scattering the sounds into the wind. When my gigabytes started dwindling, I had to get an app to take the messages off my iPhone and transfer them onto a folder on my computer that said, Mom's Voice. Mom's Voice. Because God forbid if something ever happens to her, at least I can hear. And even though I know she's not going anywhere anytime soon, if I can help it, you just never know. The hands of fate are impetuous, and the universe works in mysterious ways. And damn it if there is not a closed-up fist of guilt in my heart for all those times when I was young and I didn't call her back. When I was struggling through the cocoon of forging my own path and losing myself and finding myself again. All those times I didn't answer because my life was not something that I wanted to talk about. My lover was not someone that I could weave into the conversation, and hiding had become such second nature that it became this numb acceptance. I call her back every time now. As a woman, I can empathize with the aching of a mother's heart. The worry she feels when her kid is at college and she can feel that something just isn't right, but her kid won't answer the damn phone. God, if that was me, I'd go crazy. I call her back every time now. When I went to visit her over Christmas, I noticed she still had the same house phone from like 12 years ago, and it wasn't working right anymore. My voice was still the voice on the answering machine when someone called the house, saying, "You have reached da-da-da-da-da-da. Please leave us a message. We'll get right back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a nice day." Even though I hadn't lived there in like 10 years. So it was time for an upgrade. We went and we bought her a new model, and I unplugged the old and installed the new. I asked her if it was okay to just throw away the old one, and she said sure, so I did. The next day, my sister, my mom, and I sat around the dinner table looking at old photos and reminiscing. The next day, my sister, mom, and I sat around the dinner table looking at old photos and reminiscing, and this look of shock appeared on her face. "Oh my God, where are all my messages?" "What do you mean, Mom?" "Oh no, we threw away all my messages." Just like me, she had hoarded the voices of loved ones, little sound bites of love that she had collected on the old tape of the answering machine, skipping their erasure every time, deleting all the creditors that still call the house for me, and the mundane calls from friends. But for years, saving this collection of everything dear, this love collage that she could play back when the empty house was just a little bit too empty. And I had thrown the answering machine away, and the garbage man came that day, and it was gone. All those voices, all that encapsulated love was gone. Her mother's voice from the Philippines, relatives calling her from the farm, her brothers and sisters from Canada calling on holidays, calls from my sister and me, all wiped away, all vanished. I started crying, thinking of the mom's voice folder that I had just made on my computer before this trip, and I could only imagine the thought of accidental deletion. When I couldn't find you for those months, and you wouldn't call me back, I always just push the button and listen to your voice and say, "Where are you, daughter? Where is my Kimberly?" I'm here now, Mom. We wiped our tears. I told her that I did the same thing with her messages, and we laughed, seeing how deeply similar we really are. How her golden thread is a kite string straight to my heart. How messages are just reaching, and reaching is love's unfurling beacon, a reminder, a promise unending. On the morning before my flight out, she had to work, and I saw her with hugs and kisses go off. I decided to set up her new answering machine. I recorded the outgoing message with a new compassion in my voice. That though I don't call this home anymore, there is always a part of me that lives here, a sound bite that resonates here, an echo that bounces off the walls of memory. After recording the message, I called the house to make sure it worked. I left her the first voice message on her new answering machine and passed the phone to my sister and her husband. And we all told her how much we love her and Happy New Year, and I smiled inside knowing this would be the sweetest surprise when she got home from work that evening. It was a full circle, meaningful and beautiful. I can close my eyes at any time and hear my mother's voice, but I still save her messages on my phone, and I bet if I checked her messages today, there would be voicemails stacking up like a house of cards reaching the sky. "Hi, Kai. This is Mommy. Call me back. I love you." Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening that you came here today.